From Nutshell Animations exploiting young animators,
I worked for these dudes, they pay animators $50 to make a fully animated TikTok,
to Science World faking about ending it all 3 times.
Faking my side for the attention. I used to faking side 3 times.
These are 11 YouTube animators who got exposed, starting with Crystalli, who was a rising star in the animation meme community, known for cute character designs and relatable content. But the disturbing truth was that this animator was pretending to be a teenage girl named Jade, while actually being a 20-year-old man from Guatemala. And it gets worse. He wasn't just lying about his identity, he was straight up deceiving his young fan base.
It's more believable, he would actually begin hiring voice actresses to provide lines that he would use in his videos. And when people would compliment these voices in the comment sections, he would make no effort to clarify that they weren't actually his.
As if that wasn't already bad enough, when his art style kept changing, fans realized he was tracing artwork from popular YouTubers like Rosali, Wolfichu, and Stariat without permission. But that was only the tip of the iceberg compared to what was really going on, because in April 2019, multiple victims claimed that Crystalli had been having inappropriate conversations with underage fans and creators he had collaborated with in the past.
Also do things like daring her to take pictures in the shower, or begging for a picture of her without a bra. It's all pretty disgusting stuff.
The full scope of his actions was then brought to light by YouTubers like Nani and Rebzilla, who created detailed expose videos that went viral.
We're going to be exploring a YouTuber today by the name of Crystalli. Now, if you're familiar with the art community or the furry fandom on YouTube, then you've probably already heard about this controversy where this guy was pretending to be a girl. He was doing lewd NSFW art with these things, tracing, stealing art.
For asking underage girls to collab with him and then asking them to send NSFW images. Police finally found Crystalli, found these illegal images in his possession, and he is currently on house arrest and awaiting trial.
And when the evidence became undeniable, authorities took action. On April 11, 2019, Guatemalan police arrested him and he was sentenced to 3 years and 5 months in prison for possessing graphic material of minors. But that wasn't the end. In addition to that, the Specialized Court for Human Trafficking Crimes in Guatemala also allowed the criminal proceedings against Crystalli to continue for the crime of human trafficking. While Crystalli disappeared from the internet, serving his sentence, Nutshell Animation stayed shamelessly even after being exposed for exploiting young animators. Nutshell Animations appeared out of nowhere, flooding YouTube with short, punchy animation memes that racked up millions of views.
Yeah, okay, here you go.
Done. If you check your bank account now, what's this?
Down the toilet, anything's with your...
That's easy. It means what the fuck?
The channel exploded in popularity by posting consistently every few days, and what made it unique was its identity-less branding with no specific animator ever credited. Fans assumed it was just one incredibly talented and fast animator pumping out content at an impossible rate. But in January 2025, everything changed when commentary YouTuber Beto999 dropped an expose video that shook the entire animation community. The truth was ugly. Nutshell wasn't one person. It was an operation exploiting multiple young animators who were paid only $50 per animation.
4 to 8 hours of work or more and generating millions of views just to be paid $50 is honestly just scummy. It's not illegal, but morally, it's a pretty poor thing to do.
And it got worse when former animators came forward, revealing they were paid way less for their work, and they were purposefully left uncredited to maintain the channel's mysterious brand identity. Essentially, Nutshell was running a sweatshop, profiting massively off the backs of underpaid young creators desperate for exposure. The expose video went absolutely viral, and the animation community erupted in outrage. The backlash was so intense that Nutshell was forced to start crediting animators in video titles and descriptions. But exploitation wasn't just limited to behind the scenes, since Mob Games took it to a personal level. Before Poppy Playtime became one of the biggest indie horror games in the world, its developers ran YouTube channels called Zamination and Enchanted Mobi, and later they collaborated to create another channel, Animated Sins, basically roasting other creators' animations with harsh criticism similar to Cinema Sins. But in October 2021, an an animator named Ethan, who goes by Ecker Coaster Online, claimed that Poppy Playtime was plagiarized from his game concept called Venge, showing side-by-side similarities in a long thread. Things got much darker when Ethan revealed that members of Enchanted Moby had bullied him when he was new in the animation community. And then came the most disturbing claim when Coaster revealed that they sent him explicitly photoshopped images of his character when he was a minor. The gaming and animation communities exploded with controversy. The response was sharply divided, and MOB Games had to apologize.
The Mob Entertainment CEO Zach Bell took responsibility for the things he'd done as a young man and insisted that he was regretful.
Despite the controversy, Poppy Playtime remained financially successful with massive merchandise deals and multiple chapters released. But the developer's reputation was permanently damaged, and many fans refused to support the franchise due to the unresolved allegations. The MOB Games developers somehow got away from their horrible past, but Rocky Raccoon's actions were straight up predatory. Rocky Raccoon was a Vietnamese animator who built a massive following of nearly 4 million subscribers. His content consisted of trendy animation memes featuring popular characters from Hell of a Boss, Five Nights at Freddy's, and Poppy Playtime. The colorful thumbnails and cute character designs attracted a young demographic, with his videos marked as appropriate for viewers aged 13 and up. But fans started noticing something extremely disturbing in his content. Rocky was posting animations featuring his original characters in inappropriately revealing outfits, but with strategic censorship bars covering them that had Patreon logos plastered all over them, advertising his Golden Raccoon tier. Let that sink in. He was advertising P-graphic content to children on his main channel, which was supposed to be family friendly. But it got even worse. Investigators discovered he was running multiple NSFW alt accounts under the usernames Raymond Fox and Yoshinaround, where he posted explicit animations. Parents and community members were absolutely horrified that he was essentially creating a pipeline to funnel minors toward adult content. While Rocky Raccoon's predatory advertising was shocking, Alex Clark's betrayal cut deeper because it was personal. Alex Clark was one of the wholesome faces of the storytime animation community, rising to fame alongside giants like Jaden Animations and The Otis Out. Known for his relatable stories about babysitting relationships and high school experiences, he built a loyal fan base who loved his content.
You ever notice how girls love getting flowers?
Were you just talking about flowers? What kind? Where are they? I love flowers. Did you get me flowers?
Yes.
What?
Once in 2012.
He frequently appeared in collaboration videos and animation challenges with other popular creators, cementing his place in the community. But everything changed when he crossed a line that the animation community couldn't forgive. Jaden Animations had been very public about her struggles with body dysmorphia, eating disorders, and anxiety about doing a face reveal.
When I was younger and more self-conscious, sad. I was like, I don't want my face out there. I'm too anxious, self-conscious, didn't like myself. So I was like, I'm gonna not put it out there because it makes me really nervous. And then.
But during VidCon 2016, Alex used her face reveal as clout, making her visibly upset and emotional.
They had Jaden, VidCon vlog featuring Jaden. My name was first, and they put hashtag Jaden face reveal and stuff in the tags and stuff. And I was like,
You're really willing to burn some bridges to get an exclusive.
I was self-conscious enough to be like, oh, I guess I'm in the wrong here. Half a year, 6 months, I felt awful. I was get used to it, but I'm really not comfortable right now, but it's out there, so my emotions don't really matter.
You just have to kind of deal with it.
Yeah, it was just me trying to come to terms with being okay, even though I was in a very early stage.
And his blunder didn't end there, as he created an entire animation showing Jaden cry eating pizza, which he later deleted and explained his reasoning.
That was a mistake. Unfortunately, the options which ended up winning were Jaden and Cry eating pizza. Neither myself or anyone who saw the video before posting remembered that Jaden had struggled with food in the past, and we posted the video not realizing how insensitive it was.
Alex quickly removed the video and apologized, but the damage was already done. After that, Alex had to apologize again because the backlash was brutal. Fans who once supported Alex turned on him instantly. But speaking of exploitation, Illuminati proved that animated essay channels aren't immune to scandal either. Illuminati, whose real name is Blair Zine, built her brand by creating animated documentary-style essays exposing MLMs, scams, and unethical companies. Her videos featured simple animated illustrations and infographics to explain complex topics, making her technically an animated content creator.
That is right, I said $1 billion, and $1 billion in the 1920s is equivalent to $14 billion today.
The drama started when she publicly called out Legal Eagle, a much larger legal commentary channel, accusing them of stealing her editing style and trying to start drama. Their reply was respectful and swift, denying all accusations in their post and explaining in detail that it was probably a misunderstanding. But fans caught on to what was really going on and called her out for accusing others of plagiarism when she herself does it. That led fans to find out the truth about her content and how she just copies documentaries almost word for word.
Grandfather of the MMR scare. The professor is semi-retired, but still charges up to $750 an hour to treat autism.
This grandfather of the anti-vax movement, as he described, charges $150 an hour to treat autistic children, which, you know.
After that revelation, fans found her content to be cringy and trolled her for not putting any effort or being original in any way. But Illuminati's plagiarism looks like child's play in comparison to Ben the Looney's pedophilic fetishes. Ben Tannehill, known as Ben the Looney, gained popularity because of his animated Ben Rants videos, where he would review cartoons, animations, and pop culture.
Welcome back to Ben Rants, and when I was a kid, copying people was shamed upon. There are a lot of times where I don't understand certain popularities. I never understand why something so bad can be so popular.
But everyone was about to learn who he really was. A controversial, degenerate YouTube artist who earned himself the title of a gooner. It all started with Ben's questionable choices about his content, like having his character naked.
Acclaimed Artist Spotlight series. And today, we have a very obscure artist all the way from Austria in the early 1900s, whose art has been lost to time. Let me present to you the wonderful artwork of Adolf Hitler.
To praising and including Adolf Hitler's artwork in his Artist Spotlight series.
That a commoner draws better than the crappy art that they were buying at the time. I guess the rejection got to Hitler, as he and his art soon disappeared from the face of the earth, and the world lost one of the biggest up-and-coming artists.
Things got even worse when Ben was accused of being racist, and this was his response.
As if you are a privileged and sheltered child who had no idea racism existed. Of course, another reason for keeping these cartoons locked away is because they could be impressionable on little kids, and they can grow up to be KKK members. I knew that black people didn't have pink lips and sang Camptown races in real life. The same way I knew that rabbits and ducks couldn't talk. I thought it was just part of the humor. Granted, I learned much later down life about history.
But the worst came when he admitted he liked to draw underage cartoon girls in a way. And since they're not real people, he's justified in doing so.
It's not gonna stop me from celebrating in my own way. And what is that? Drilling over what makes up my whole livelihood. Sexy cartoon gals. Now, this list may include characters that, in the context of the show they come from, are much younger than the age of consent in the real world. However, I must remind you that they exist in a completely different plane than us living, breathing human beings do.
Safe to say that all these actions led to his downfall and turned him into a joke among the community. Ben might be outright unapologetic about his weird fetishes, but the damage Shappy's Way is doing with their content is just straight up alarming. Shappy's Way makes cute, colorful, child-friendly animations with original characters and has over 92K subscribers. But here's the twist. These soft and lively kids-style animations aren't actually for kids, as they contain adult humor and highly suggestive content.
No! Get out!
Alright. You can continue with your thing. Next time you can ask for my help so you won't do it alone, okay? I won't tell your girlfriend.
Hey man, you wanna eat this cake with me?
Let's do it!
Whoa man, what do you mean?
Yeah, fuck it, let's do it together.
I don't want to do it.
Then why'd you ask me to eat it with you?
I just want to eat it.
Fuck it.
Bro.
But why is Shappy's Way getting exposed for deceiving kids into watching these animations even when it's clearly mentioned in their description? And their YouTube shorts are widely popular and could be suggested randomly by the algorithm to kids, using extremely suggestive content targeting young children. The channel is live even after multiple reports getting millions of views, and while the adults clearly enjoy the content, the children's cartoon-like animation style, combined with the extremely suggestive content, makes it twisted and straight up questionable. While Shappy's Way walks the fine line between adult content and risking a ban, Nyan Wolf's relatively new career hit an abrupt stop when his perverted secret activities surfaced. Nyan Wolf, whose real name is Kevin, is a character artist and animated content creator known for his Don't Touch My Pizza video.
Like blue cheese, 'cause it is really smelly. You touch my pizza, you're gonna have to die. Start writing your farewells and saying your goodbyes. Is it your birthday? Think I forgot it, since it's not.
In September 2025, he got exposed for having another secret account and engaging in some questionable activities. Due to this controversy, his character's skin in the Roblox game Forsaken was also removed. But then, things got even worse. He was caught liking furry feral adult pictures through his alt account. After that, Nyan Wolf was accused of being a zoophile, someone who is attracted to animals, and the backlash he got from the community was so brutal that Nyan Wolf had to speak up and deny all the accusations while admitting that he was struggling with drugs. But things still didn't get any better, so Nyan Wolf posted on his YouTube channel to explain in detail. There, he revealed he was being doxxed, and because of all the drama, he is in therapy trying to move on. That being said, the fans were still disappointed in his actions and were quick to distance themselves from being a fan of Nyan Wolf. Whether Nyan Wolf is being truthful or not, nobody knows. Let's hope the therapy part is true and he gets the much needed help. But then there's Cyan's World, who never even acknowledged his perverted actions and just dipped. Cyan's World was once a rising Go animator known for his hit Morrison series and built a loyal fan base through his goofy, grounded videos and cartoon-style animations.
Is now available. Would you like to turning this into real animation? Well, I guess it sounds good to me.
Access denied.
Oh.
But his problematic nature got exposed in February 2020 when he dropped a video called Classic Caillou sexually harasses Cherry Blossom Firaminindi and gets grounded, which was later deleted because of the obvious nature of the video.
Cherry, so, wanna have some fun?
Sure I guess. So, what now?
I'm going to touch your breasts because you are so hot.
What?
Now let's touching your breasts together.
Hey, what are you doing?
I think I'm
Don't
better get
touch
out
me.
of here because
Just
I'm
get
gonna
away
throw
from
up.
me, Classic Caillou.
Now why don't you to my lovely kiss?
After that, Cyan's World's other suspicious actions got exposed, all of which he admitted to later in a video, including plagiarism, making fun of Indian and autistic people, and faking about ending his own life for attention.
I used to quitting YouTube and faking my side for the attention. I used to fake suicide 3 times, but I officially regret it. I also used to rant on gacha life haters, which I can't handle opinions on gacha, and thank God I just take down my rant video on gacha haters since I can handle opinions, and I regret using gacha life since it's too girly for me.
But that wasn't the worst of it, because in January 2022, Cyan's World's friends and Kenny Animate exposed him for grooming 2 minors on Discord. Shockingly, Cyan's World never apologized or addressed these accusations, and quietly left the community after changing his channel logo and posting one final video.
So as you can see from the title, we've decided to abandon this channel forever. As a result, I am officially leaving the Go Animate community. We will strive to assist in the improvement of this community. However, there is still drama in this community as a result of the cancel culture. So, on February 25th, 2021, I awoke to discover that my YouTube channel had been demonetized. It was demonetized for the second time on July 1st, 2021, but it was remonetized. So, if people question where my videos are, or if films are removed or privated, You can just use this channel as an archive and re-upload all of my videos until they are all unlisted.
Even if he never faced any trouble for his vile actions, at least he won't be returning anytime soon. Meanwhile, Illumation's situation was the complete opposite, a minor issue that spiraled way out of proportion. Elisa Levy, also known as Illymation, makes animated videos on YouTube with over 2.7 million subscribers. She often creates relatable videos about her personal life struggles and has gained massive popularity. But she couldn't have known that one of her old videos titled Perks of Being a Fat Kid would lead to her address being leaked online. The bizarre reason the drama started was this part in her video where she talks about how food is just food, and that didn't sit well with some people.
That same logic should apply. A carrot isn't an inherent good food, while chocolate is an inherent bad food. Food is just food, no matter how many calories, carbs, sugars, whatever is in it. Unless you have life-threatening allergies or dietary restrictions to follow, you should feel free to eat whatever food you want to without beating yourself up about it.
And a channel known as Think Before You Sleep made a detailed video explaining why this video might spread misinformation.
So while it is easy to sympathize with her being treated poorly as a teenager, unfortunately, this video is full of tabloid-style research and bad information that will lead people into an ideology that will cause them to be okay with being obese. For example, this moment here.
According to the National Library of Medicine, about 1/2 of teenage girls and 1/4 of teenage boys have tried dieting to change the shape of their body.
That's when things got out of hand because the TBYS guy shared that Illymation was mass reporting his video and trying to take his channel down.
Someone I made a video on got offended and has started a mass flagging campaign against me to try and get this video taken down. Channel is on the line because Alyssa has millions of followers and she's well connected to a bunch of other powerful YouTubers. I rushed to make a community post about it just in case I got a channel strike before I got the chance to comment. If you already read that community post, I gave the gist of the situation there.
After that, things escalated to a new level when Fox Akimbo revealed that Illymation got doxxed and had to leave her apartment.
After this, 4chan for some ungodly reason decided to dox Illymation and they leaked her address. She had to move out of her apartment, and because she was moving out early, she had to pay a lot of money to void her lease, and she had to do all of this because she genuinely feared for her safety. At the time, many people, Think Before You Sleep included, were disavowing the doxers.
Among the drama, the fans were pretty divided on whose side to take and who the real victim was. In the end, whether Illymation was wrong or right, getting doxxed and being forced to leave her home was a cruel punishment for a simple comment on food.